Court issues trial notice on Nnamdi Kanu treason charges. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. Please listen to the end. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday officially issued the trial notice for the October 21 persecution of the self-acclaimed leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, in the treasonable felony charges brought against him by the federal government of Nigeria. The trial notice, entitled The Federal Republic of Nigeria vs. Nnamdi Kanu, was marked FHC ABJCR 38315 and served on Kanu's lawyer, Mr. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and that of the federal government, Mr. Shuaib Labiran. Daily Post on Monday cited a notice signaling resumption of full-blown persecution for the self-appointed Biafran leader. The one-page document showed that the court carefully and explicitly spells out the do's and don'ts for lawyers of the contending parties to avoid an abortion of a trial which commenced in 2015 when Kanu was first arrested in Lagos upon arrival from the United Kingdom. The document read in part, "This case will be transferred from the General Court's list to the hearing paper for Thursday, 21st October 2021 at 9 o'clock forenoon and will come on to be on that day if the business of the court permits or otherwise and some adjustments day of which you will receive no further notice. If either party decides to postpone the hearing, you must apply to the court as soon as possible for that purpose, and if the application is based on any matter of fact, he must be prepared to give proof of those facts." The parties are warned that at the hearing they are required to bring forward all the evidence by witnesses or by documents which each of them desires to rely on in support of his own case and in contradiction of that of his opponent. The proof will be required at the hearing and not on a subsequent day, and parties failing to bring their evidence forward at the proper time may find themselves absolutely precluded from adducing it at all, or at best only allowed to do so on payment of substantial costs to the other side and on such other terms as the court fees to impose. Parties desire to enforce the attendance of witnesses shall apply at once to the court to issue one or more summonses for the attendance of the witnesses required. It is indispensable that the application should be made so as to allow time for reasonable notice to the witnesses required. If the witness is required to bring books or papers, they must be particularized in the summons sufficiently to enable him to understand what is meant. Any party summoning a witness through the courts thereby becomes liable, to pay such witness reasonable sum of money to be fixed by the court for his expense and loss of time. The court may refuse to enforce the attendance of a witness unless such sum has been fixed and deposited in court. If either party desires to use it in evidence at hearing any book or documents in the possession or power of the other party, he must give the other party reasonable notice in writing to produce it at the hearing, failing which he will not be allowed to give any secondary evidence of its contents. Kanu is expected to face the trial before Justice Binta Nyako. The trial notices is full of rhetorical statements, which could be considered as a caveat to forestall proceeding as it were. The federal government should, as a matter of need and responsibility, rise above board to be transparent and show palpable sense of judgment. All this letter of semantic does not and will not lead us anywhere. We are ready to start chasing those foolish Igbo from our legion, the most evil and wicked people in Nigeria. Victory is certain for our great leader Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria has no case whatsoever against him because he was abducted from Kenya to Nigeria. Advise Buhari to free Nnamdi Kanu before the court's site, please, to avoid problem. Nigeria and Nnamdi Kanu, let me keep looking. Maybe we should move this country forward and not allow it to stay stagnant. Better release him for Eastern justice. Boko Haram, please have mercy. Please have mercy. Better release him for Eastern justice. Boko Haram okay, I do not understand that particular statement. Strange and street conditions against the person and the mind. But I believe God, Barrister Ejiofor, and the Igbo lawyers. Yes, very strange. It's very, very strange. If the court can adhere to its notice to parties, it is fine. Let every party prepare for hearing. It is about saying one did this or that, proving the matter or that's proving the matter that matters. The Federal High Court, in other words, the federal government of Nigeria, their abortion, postpone, pay fine, documents. Before and after, many of us know you do not have any reason under the law to hold him captive and cannot defend your actions. We only know it is only intimidation that you are using, but it will not work this time again. The Nigerian Federal Court must know that the whole world is watching them, and they must know that Nnamdi Kanu hired competent advocates who cannot be intimidated with the judicial antics. The one with God is majority. It is written, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. And it's also written, I beg your pardon, where God said to Joshua, the same way I be with Moses, and the same way I will also be with you, for them to know I am the one that chose you and sent you. Biafra is God's own rising sun country. I pray that God will send down his millions of avengers to surround the High Court premises of Abuja that day to give their own judge meant on the case between our leader and Nigerian government. No postponements of October. No postponements. October 21st remains October 24th, and it remains 9 o'clock on the dot. No shifting. This trial must take place, and victory is certain for Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. Okay, well, let us keep watching, because it has been said, not the electorate and the good people of Nigeria has said this particular person has done no wrong. Yes, both himself in detention and Mr. Sunday Igboho, both of them did nothing wrong. Nothing, absolutely nothing. They only exercised their fundamental human rights, and all of a sudden they were invaded and they were detained, which is very unlawful. So we are waiting, the whole indigenous people of Biafra, they are waiting. And also, for Sunday Igboho's own, his lawyers have been pleading, have been calling on the government of Cotonou to release their leader, their said leader for the Yoruba Nation leader, that is Mr. Igboho himself. But we have not been hearing, I don't understand why, I don't understand why he's in detention over there. I do not know what his crime is exactly. This is where we are getting it wrong. This is where our leaders are getting it wrong. I don't know why it is expected that Nigerians who go outside, they are as in the treatment they receive out there, they humiliate you before the same outsiders. That is it. They so humiliate you, and you know, in your country, you are humiliated by the government, you are intimidated, you are oppressed, and you go out. They humiliate you here by telling the government of that particular nation that you can be humiliated and nothing will happen. That is what is going on. And tomorrow we'll say we are having problems. That is it. Nigerians all over the world are complaining of one thing or the other, how they're being harassed. This is because the people of the world know that the Federal Republic of Nigeria do not respect its citizens. We only practice democracy, I beg your pardon, on our lips, and not in practice, not in reality. It is sad. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.